It's Wednesday. Hi there, I'm Julie Turner, Julieturner.ca, and welcome to Wednesday's weekly reading. So for the last few weeks, I have been doing this, probably a couple months now, I've been doing these readings every Wednesday. And I think today is the first time that I've started it with, I don't really know what I want to talk about. So I was shuffling the deck as I do before I came on, and two cards jumped up. And so we'll see where this goes. The first card that jumped out was the Nine of Materials. Now, the Nine of Materials speaks to abundance and success in a very material sense. So maybe that's in your business, or maybe you get an inheritance, something. But it's about success. It's about in a very material way. You have money, you have abundance. But it popped out upside down. And it popped out with another card from the materials. Now the materials, for those of you that follow regular tarot, are the Pentacles. And they are also, for those of you that know a little bit more about tarot, they are the earth signs. So I don't feel like this is specifically talking to an earth sign right now. And your earth signs are your Virgo, Taurus. What is the other earth sign? It's lost. Oh, Capricorn. So anyways, the other one that popped out with that was the Page of Materials. So the Page of Materials, to me, this card in particular says to me that it's time to be new. So with this card, the Nine of Materials being upside down, I think that being new is integral to that. So you're on the edge of success with this card. You're just on the edge of a very material type of success. So it's time to allow yourself to be new. I was listening to another reader the other day, and she was talking about how sometimes it's really difficult to be new. And sometimes we have to go back and visit the old us just for a little bit so that we can kind of tiptoe into the new. And the way that I heard that and the way that it resonated with me is whether it is, because of course it's always in your behaviors, but whether that's in work, whether that's in relationship, whether that's in the way that you treat yourself, sometimes it's okay to go back and revisit who you were to get insight into who you need to be. I hope that makes sense for you guys. So I think that that's really super important this week, is that we need to allow ourselves to be new. So maybe we need to just watch ourselves, watch our behaviors. What are we doing that we've been doing forever that has never really worked for us, but we continue to do it anyways? And that's okay, no judgment on yourself, but possibly look at how you could do that situation differently that would be of benefit to you. And it's okay to go back and do the old thing once in a while, just to, get into your comfort zone, because humans love familiarity. But just know that what the end game is to be new. So this is all about where your true success lies, is in being new. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with who you have been, but we're here to grow. We're here to learn and to grow. And if we're still doing exactly the same things in our relationship, in our work, in our self-care, like whether that's you always have a bath with a glass of wine on Friday night, maybe you need to step up your game in self-care. Maybe you always go to the gym and do the same routine. Again, step up your game. Do something different. Maybe don't even go to the gym. Maybe go outside. Whatever the case may be, it's time to reevaluate the behaviors that you've had and allow new ones to come in. So that's an interesting place to have led to. Now let's see what the guidance cards say. So the guidance cards will often give us a path to look at, a direction that is important to us. Let's look for that. Let's look for what direction is important to us. Okay, so, all right, so it came in upside down. So that means that you're being challenged by this situation. And it is the Hawk Prince, spirit communication and paying attention. So what area do you need to make some changes in? I truly believe that this card is saying we need to make some changes in our spiritual life. So for some of you, maybe you've been meditating for a long time, but maybe you always meditate at a certain time or in a certain mood or whatever the case may be. And maybe it's time to change that up. Maybe it's time to do things in a different location so you can get a different energy. Possibly you have no spirituality, or you perceive that you have no spirituality, and maybe you need to look up some behavior, some rituals is kind of the wrong word, but I'm going to say it anyways. Look up some rituals that you can practice to bring yourself to a more spiritual space. Maybe it's time to do that. The other card that jumped out at the same time was the Ringmaster of Scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, and details. This one came out right side up. So you're not being challenged by this. Maybe you're doing too much of this. Maybe, and I shouldn't say too much of this. Maybe you're good at this already. Maybe you're already looking at the details. Maybe you're very discerning. But again, it's time to be new. So take yourself to a new space. Sit in the space that you normally are in, whether that's your home, your office, whatever the case may be, and just pay attention to everything around you, all the details, because you're familiar with them. So it's kind of easy to take in the details. And then go to a totally different place. Maybe it's a place you wouldn't normally go, or maybe it's a place that you've always wanted to go, and really pay attention to the details in that space as well. And again, that's all in effort. I think everything is about being new right now, allowing yourself to be new. And I'm not saying you need to change everything, but we kind of have these urges within us to like, oh, I really want to change this, or I'm not super comfortable in my life right now. Maybe it's time for some changes. But we think about changes, maybe have theories around changes, but we don't actually put the practical steps in. And partially it's because we fear losing the old. And maybe that's why we need to go back and revisit who we have been in the past once in a while, just so that we know it's still there. We can still do that, but maybe new is what we need right now. So think about that. If you need any support, if you want a personal reading, please reach out. It's Julieturner.ca. I would love to hear from you. I do these weekly readings and I put them on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever the heck you're seeing it right now. But don't hesitate to reach out again for a personal one, or maybe you have a question. Maybe you have something that would be awesome for me to work through on one of these. I think that's about it for today. Oh, new moon on Thursday. Don't forget the new moon. New moon is where you set your intentions for what you want to bring in this next lunar cycle. So good luck with that. Write your new moon intentions down. Say it to yourself. This is what I do. Say it to yourself 3 times out loud, and then put that piece of paper in a safe place, whatever that means to you. All right. Thank you guys so much for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.